Hello there, everyone. It is Dylan. What's up? I bet you weren't expecting to see me today because you haven't seen me on any day in a very long time. It's in fact been so long that I think it's weird if I just go back to uploading content without addressing why I've been gone so long. So that's what this video is. It is a explanation and apology and update on parts of my life that I don't think I've ever shared on the internet before because it makes me uncomfortable. But like I said, I feel like I have to because it's been so long. I've tried to film this video 3 times before today, and I keep getting very emotional and I keep rambling, and I just don't want to put that version of myself on the internet for everyone to see because I don't think it's normal. Or at least I feel uncomfortable doing so. I want to try and say what I need to say without breaking down, basically. If for some reason this is the first video of mine that you are seeing here on YouTube, none of my other videos are like this. I'm just going to be talking. I'm just going to be breaking down what's been going on with me. And most of my videos are fun and light and positive and funny and will raise your spirits. This one might not. So if you're not interested in watching, I totally understand. But if you're at all interested to know where I've been the past few months, this video will explain that. So yeah, I'm just going to get into it. I'm going to start from the beginning because the initial reason why I disappeared is very different than the reason I stayed gone for so long. If you know who I am, if you know anything about me, then you already know that Girls' Generation is my everything. Okay, so let's start there. That's the beginning of the story. And if you know that, then you probably know that Girls' Generation came back this past summer. They came back after a 5-year hiatus as a group. I don't know exactly how every Girls' Generation fan processed their absence for so long. I know it took me a long time to accept that I might never see them together as a group releasing new music, but I did eventually accept it. It happened. I was at peace with just knowing that Girls' Generation gave us so many good years as a group and made so many memories for millions of people. You know, I was just content with the fact that I got to be a fan of Girls' Generation for as long as I was. Took me about 4 years to get to that place, but I did. And last year in particular, I would say from the summer of 2021 to the summer of 2022, that year, I was the happiest I've ever been in my adult life. And yet Girls' Generation was gone. I moved to a new state. I moved in with my best friend. Me and my best friend, Ashley, we have our dream apartment. It is something that we still wake up every day here and just kind of can't believe we live where we live, and we're very grateful. So there was that, and I also have met a whole lot of amazing people while I've been up here, mainly through Ashley. But it's been amazing. I met a boy who became my boyfriend and is still my boyfriend to this day for over a year at this point. So even though Girls' Generation was not a part of my life, and I had accepted and assumed that they would never be a part of my life again, at least not in the capacity that they had been before, I was the happiest I'd ever been as a person. So when it was announced after 5 years that Girls' Generation would be coming back with not only a song, but a full-length studio album and a music video and live performances and a reality show, pretty much everything I could have asked for besides a world tour. That's the one thing Girls' Generation has never given me that I would love. But everything else, they were giving it to us this past summer in August of 2022. They gave us everything. I would love to know how most Girls' Generation fans reacted to this latest comeback, because it was just the weirdest set of emotions I've ever experienced. When they came back, it did something to me. I reverted back to my old ways of letting Girls' Generation be my only source of happiness in this world. And now, let's get into it. Like I said, they gave us everything we could have asked for a whole month. The month of August was just filled with Girls' Generation content. Then they held their concert in Korea, and then they were just gone. The activities were no longer happening. They were gone again. And I was once again left feeling like I would never see them again. And I didn't process that well. I did not process the end of the Forever One promotions how I should have. And I wish a lot of things, but I really wish that I would have had the tools to figure how I was feeling out. And I was just really sad, okay? I don't really know how to explain it other than I was sad as hell. And it was even more strange because, like I said, I was the happiest I had ever been as an adult just a month ago, like in July of 2022, right before they came back. I was the happiest boy ever. But when they left again, it felt like none of that mattered. Nothing that made me happy this past year could make me happy anymore. It felt like I was alone again. And it took me back to a place that I have not been in such a long time. It took me back to a place that I forgot existed. And this is the part where I've screwed up in the past 3 attempts to film this video. I just start rambling and getting too emotional. So I'm going to try really hard to just speak through this and just talk like a normal person. But if I screw up, I do apologize. Before I discovered Girls' Generation, I was a very, very depressed teenager. I think from the ages of 13 to 16, I was just lost. I was sad every single day. I hated waking up in the morning. I hated everyone in existence. I hated the world. For a lot of different reasons that all make sense to me now. I get why I hated my life. I genuinely hated my life at that time. I think I had every reason to be sad, which is sad, but it's the truth. You know, I was just not happy with my life every single day. But then 2 things happened to me that turned my whole life around. And I don't think I realized how these 2 things are the reason that I'm alive, basically, until this year. I really did not fully understand how much my happiness relied on these 2 things. So, first thing, I discovered Girls' Generation, and I think you all know what happened there. They brought me so much joy and happiness for over a decade as a group. I'm sure many of you have the same story in terms of Girls' Generation bringing you happiness in life. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people relied on them for that. The other thing that happened, the other beacon of light that was given to me around that time that turned my whole life around, was I adopted my dog Zinger. And I never really thought about it until these past few months, but those 2 things happening when they did turned my whole life around in every way. Discovering Girls' Generation not only brought me just so much joy because I got to be a fan of the group and love all the music and the music videos and the performances that they would give to us, but it also was the reason I started this YouTube channel you're watching right now. And me starting this YouTube channel led to a lot of amazing memories and a lot of amazing opportunities that if I hadn't gotten, I don't know what my life would be right now. I think almost everything I like about myself were qualities that I gained because I discovered Girls' Generation. It's so weird, and it might sound crazy because it sounds crazy to me when I say it, but it's true. The reason I know how to make videos that I'm proud of, the reason I know how to make music, the reason I know so many amazing people, the reason I've been to so many places is because I discovered Girls' Generation. And then the other part of my happiness equation, my perfect dog Zinger, she was there for me in any moment where I wasn't happy. I had Zinger to just be perfect. She is everything to me. Sorry for the backtracking, but I think it's important to know that information to even remotely try and understand where I've been the past few months mentally. So when Girls' Generation came back after 5 years, and I let myself get so happy, the same kind of happy that the 16-year-old me relied on to get through the day. When they left, I was just as sad as that 16-year-old would have been. I'm sure every fan of the group was sad when promotions ended for this latest album, but I don't know. Because I feel like I owe my whole life to this group, it just feels a little bit different for me, I think. I'm trying to figure out why I've been so sad, and this is what I've come up with. So the reason you didn't see me throughout all of September and most of October is because I was trying to deal with that. I was trying to deal with being heartbroken, basically. But then in October, when I don't even think I was fully ready to start making videos again, I don't think I was okay yet. But in October, Zinger died. And that's what I've been struggling with on a level that I didn't know was possible. That's why it is now the end of December and you haven't seen me since the beginning of August. Because I am the saddest I have ever been in my whole life. And I don't really know what to do about it. As soon as she died, I realized that the two things that had brought me out of my depression as a young person were gone. And I was back to that place that I completely forgot existed. I've been such a happy person for over a decade now that I think I forgot what it's like to be sad. I don't even want to talk about it. I know that's what I'm here to do, but I just don't like talking about it. I'm very sad right now. I'm very sad every single day. It's not fun. Not only did I lose the love of my life, my dog, for 12 years, but the way I lost her was very traumatic. It was very fast. It was very unexpected. I just hope that nobody has to go through something like that ever, because it fucking sucked. Every other time I've tried to film this video, I tell you exactly what happened in those 24 hours where I lost her, because I feel like I just need to say it to process it, but I don't think I'm going to this time. She was old, but she was healthy and happy, and mentally she was all there. So to see her go, to have to make the decision to let her go because she's in pain, and because because I couldn't afford to pay $20,000 to save her life, is a lot to deal with, and I'm still dealing with it, and I know I'm not the only one. So if you've had to deal with something similar recently, then bro, I feel you, and we're gonna try and get through this together, all right? Basically, in the morning, Zinger was amazing. She was totally normal. She was the perfect dog she's always been. And then by the evening, she was gone. I feel really grateful for the vet because he was very honest with me the entire time. He gave me every option that Zinger had, but made it very clear that even if we went the route of saving her life, even if I maxed out all my credit cards or took out a loan to afford this surgery, we still don't know why this happened, and it's going to cost. He basically said he wouldn't do it. So that's enough, right? That's enough to make anyone very, very sad. But then I get home after saying goodbye to my dog, who I'm going to miss for the rest of my life. And I try to make myself feel better, eat some candy, and realize I cannot taste the candy, and go take a COVID test and find out that I have COVID. Not now, but on the day that my dog died, I had COVID and did not know it. And that triggered just so much guilt. This was all around Halloween, and I felt myself getting kind of sick earlier in the week. So I took a COVID test immediately because I could not hang out with tons of people on Halloween if I had COVID, obviously. But I passed the COVID test. So I did hang out with tons of people on Halloween. So the day after I hung out with everybody, I find out that, oh, I did in fact have COVID and I did not wear a mask. And I probably not only gave all of you COVID, all my fucking friends, I probably gave you all COVID, but I also probably gave my boyfriend COVID, who was with me during the whole time at the vet. Thank you so much. I love you. You know who you are. But I also probably gave all the staff at this clinic COVID as well. I was already feeling guilty for not having enough money to save Zinger's life. I just felt like a failure. I felt like I let my dog down. I let my friends down. I let myself down. I just felt like the saddest I've ever been. But I'm filming this video, so I am better than I was then. So if you were curious as to why I've been gone, it's because I have not been mentally in a place where I can get on camera and not cry. Like, that's just the way it is. And I think I can now. I am still very sad. I still miss my dog so very much. I still miss Girls' Generation so very much. But something amazing happened to me, and it's happened to me a few times lately. I had a good day once. When I had that good day, it was such a surprise. It was such a shock after being sad for so long that I just knew that everything was going to be okay. And that's what I've tried to remind myself of every single day. Because most of the days have been sad. I have not been happy most days since Zinger died. But there have been some good days. And the amount of good days happen more frequently with time. And so I think it's time for me to start doing something that used to make me very happy and let it make me happy again. I feel very bad for leaving all of you without any explanation at all, because I'm a fan of content creators. I know how it feels to be excited and look forward to your favorite creator putting out content. And I know what it feels like to just have that go away, you know? I get it. I get why some of you might be angry with me or just disappointed in me. And know that I'm very sorry. Yeah, I'm very sorry. I don't expect your forgiveness, but I do hope that you at least understand why in my world, for me, lately, it's felt like I can't do this. I know that probably didn't make any of you feel good hearing me say all that. It didn't make me feel good. But I do think it was important that I shared it. Just because I think I'm going to be a different person now, and I don't necessarily know what that means for this channel. I know that I still love pop music, I still love K-pop, but I also feel this sudden inspiration to make a variety of content that I had shied away from in the past because I was worried about how you guys would react to it. But I think I need to just have confidence in myself that I can make good shit, because I know I can, and I know what content I like to watch. So I say all that to say that you can still expect K-pop reaction videos here. Those are going to be coming soon. In fact, the day after I upload this, I will upload a very long K-pop reaction video to everything that I have missed in these past few months. But I also think it's very important for me right now to focus on my mental well-being first. And I need to make videos that I'm excited to make. So I hope you'll be excited to watch them. If anyone from my personal life is watching this video, I want to say thank you. I have only amazing people in my life. My circle is pretty small, but everybody's amazing. So thank you so much for helping me be okay these past few months. I don't think I could have been without you. And to all of you watching who don't know me personally, I am excited to show you more of me and let you in more than I ever have before. Basically, I'm excited for you to get to know me. Starting with this. I know this was depressing, but at least you can say you do know more about me now. Is that a good thing? I don't know. I don't really know how to properly end this video, but I do think it is over. So I will just leave you with a thank you for watching. And I hope you have an amazing day. I hope you have an amazing holiday season if you're celebrating anything right now. And I hope you have an amazing life if I never see you again, if you never see me again. Yeah. Goodbye.